Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station.
So happy. You can see how after they are playing SKD. I'm feeling so happy about it. And then when we come back into the game, you don't.
No, the game was fun. Apart from that, they tell Reverend as fine again. The game was fun. They say Reverend, you know the game. The game was fun. We went to equal game. But I win at this point.
So we want to say good morning and welcome to today's presentation. Today is August 4, 2025 in Painesville, where we situated at Subatan and GSA Road intersection. This is Sports Extra. Today we come with new thought in relation to what is happening in the world of basketball in Liberia. Like we said, we are local sports institution that provide local sports content. On last evening, we talked about football. Today we're going to talk about basketball, what is happening at the level of the Liberia Basketball Association. What are we? It's again improving in terms of the players' performance, coaches, as well as officials within the setup. But firstly, before we go, let's bring you a roundup of those that qualified to the quarterfinal stage of the Moserato County District League. District number 3 will play district number 7 on the 5th, which is Tuesday, at the two-side field. We'll have district number 12 locking horns as well with district number 9. District number 1 will go on with district number 17. District 13 will play district number 4. So 2 games to be played on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and for the May edition will be 2 games as well. So if you are led, basically just have to make your way at the two-side field to have that being entertained. So it's what to talk about what happened at the level of the Liberia Basketball Association. What is happening at the Liberia Basketball Association late evening encounter. We have Sesko Mogos dominating Howard King to keep the playoff alive. So welcome back. Like I said, it's going to be entertaining. It's also going to be a new development be coming out. What you haven't heard all the time will be disclosed today by our executive committee member for the Liberia Basketball Association. It's Emmanuel Portot. He been in this basketball team for long. He played basketball, so he understands the in and out as it relates to Liberian basketball. It's our guest, Mr. Portot. Good morning.
Good morning, Elijah. It's always a pleasure to be on your platform. I hope and pray that the discussion will be well, and we all, to our listening audience out there, will be having the opportunity to learn more about basketball in Liberia as it relates to what is unfolding when it comes to Liberia Basketball Association.
Many people are following us currently would love to know who is Emmanuel Portot and his involvement with basketball in Liberia.
James Emmanuel Portot Sr., hailed from Edina, Grand Bassa Asakante, a son of the late Deacon Gabriel Afia Porter, and a grandson of the former Senator of Grand Bahasa Asakante, the late Alexander Porter, from Medina Grand Bahasa Asakante. James Imaro Porter hailed from a beginning that is simple, comes with humility, came from high school, not too satisfied with what I learned, did my first degree, did my second degree, did my third degree, and did a lot of certificate courses in leadership at the Hurricane School of Government. Now James Emmanuel Porter sits as an opposition, a former assistant minister of logistics under the administration of George Chumani. We are the former president of the Republic of Liberia. Now I'm opposition, sitting and running my own private life, doing what I gotta do best for my family and for my country.
So we're talking about basketball, your involvement. People will also know what led you becoming an executive member of Liberia Basketball Association.
So I played basketball for the last 18 years in Liberia before retiring.
Yep.
I started playing for Radio Sports Association, where I won the first division championship with Radio, won the second division championship with Radio, and moved on to Mighty Barrow, where we were at the verge of winning the championship 2003 during the war. We were in the lead by 2-0, then the war came and erupted it. Then after the war, I joined MPA Dirty Python, where I won 4 consecutive championships, 3 in a row, and 1 afterward. Then later on, during my retirement stage, I joined LPRC Order, but I did not really play with Orders.
Okay.
But then I joined Timor, where I played. We reached the semi-final, and we didn't win no championship. Then I called it a day because we have to make family. We have family now. We have to hustle for the family.
And you have to. Your quest of becoming an executive member came in from that background.
So becoming an executive member, I was trying to give back to basketball.
Okay.
So if you remember during the A.B. Samaka and then the former president Rufa Anderson,
yeah,
there was an election here at Brown Spring,
Mm-hmm.
but then I ran as a vice president for basketball, which of course I won. Okay. And Liberia had a problem with FIBA for that 4 years in succession were in power, but no teams were able to go to FIBA International Tournament. So we had to go back to run a new election, predicated upon that. Because of politics, people said Porter was in government, so Porter was manipulating things. So I decided to stay back and began to fund and support the campaign of Mr. A.B. Samaka, who's now is the president of the Liberia Basketball Association.
How do you see basketball in Liberia comparing it with your days and now? How do you see it?
So obviously, you cannot compare basketball that time and this time.
Okay.
If I would do that, I would be unfair to the kids that play basketball now.
Okay.
Because those days, those times were different. These days, this time were different. That were in our basketball discussion, people always compare Michael Jordan to LeBron James. When you go back to Michael Jordan era and LeBron James era, you cannot compare them because there are a lot of creativity. There are a lot of things. The time we used to play, we never had no little kids that were 6'4", 6'5". Okay. But now in the league, you have kids 6'4", 6'3". Got kids dunking. There were not a lot of people that were dunking when we used to play.
Yeah, so looking at your height.
So exactly. Yeah. So you cannot compare those days and these days. But if you ask the people that played during my time, we definitely say we were better. If you ask the kids that play now, they will say the time are better.
But looking at the competition, I'm not just saying the competition wanting to compete. You want to see that jam-packed court. I can remember some years back in 2008 when we go at the sports commission, the entire place jam-packed. There's no way to enter. Now it's another way around.
So I cannot speak on that because if the league reaches to the semi-final or the Big Six, the generation will be packed as well.
Okay.
So now you have more foreign players playing in our league now than when we used to play. When we used to play, it should be maybe about 4, 5, or 6. But now you got almost all the teams, all the big teams bringing foreign players. Python, Orders, Baru, Sister Mova, Spartaco, all of them bringing foreign players. So you have more foreign players. Even Bushwabu, you got more foreign players playing in our league now than when we used to play.
We'll dive more into that. But first, let's talk about, as head of delegate that went on to FIBA Africa Congress in Abidjan. Tell us about the takeaway. What was the takeaway?
That was a lot. So there was FIBA mid-year Congress, and then I was opportune by the president of Liberia Basketball Association, Mr. Ibrahim Samaka. that afforded me the opportunity to lead the dedication. So I went along with our ASU Secretary General Calvin Deeks, and then both of us represented Liberia at the American Congress. So that was a lot to take away. There's a road to Los Angeles 2028.
Okay.
There's a road to BL. So FABA is gravitating to the 3-on-3, what we call 3x3 basketball. FABA have given Liberia a whole setup for the flow and everything. So for Liberia to qualify to form part of the World Cup, the Nation Cup, Liberia must host maximum 3 events that will qualify Liberia for the 3x3 tournament.
If you talk about the events, what are the events we're talking about?
The events are the African Cup of Nations qualifier, the World Cup, and the Olympic.
Okay.
So if Liberia does not host 3 tournaments, that FABA will recognize it, Liberia will not be qualified between now and December 1st. Okay. So Liberia have a coordinator for the 3-on-3. It's considered Senate. So upon our return, we're doing what we will do to play in those events that Liberia will be able to qualify for the 3-on-3. FIBA is gravitating towards age fraud.
Okay.
So if you remember, we just hosted the last
the AfroBasket.
The AfroBasket under 16 and 3 for the first team. So while we were all here, FIBA had a mandate that all the teams with all the doctors must go and do the risk tests. So to determine the ages of players, because there are a lot of age fraud ongoing and FIBA is trying.
15-year-old child would dunk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but 15-year-old child can dunk. Looking at the child height, if that child is 6'1", he or she can dunk. But FIBA is just trying to mitigate the risk. So you know that when we went to JFK to do the test, 2 of our Liberian female were disqualified from the tournament. Okay. But the rest of the team and the players, they went through. So in FIFA is saying, if you don't do the race text or a country doesn't participate for under 16, going to under 18, because FIFA now is trying to have under 18 tournament every year. Okay. So go to under 18, assuming that Liberia did not play under 16, and will go straight to under 18. FIFA will mandate your country to do the MRI test, and your country federation will be responsible to pay for that.
And one would love to know Liberia visibility in Africa basketball. How is Liberia being viewed by other African basketball federation now?
So always Liberia been a federation that most countries fear, but because of support, I can squarely tell you that when we used to play, when we get out there to play for club championship, people see us like Americans because our playing is a copyright of the American players. So they fear us. So based upon that, most of our African countries around us, especially in Somalia, they are copying from Liberian play. The style, the dribbles, the handles, how we carry them. But then they got more programs than us, so they are gravitating better than us. So if you watch the game against Liberia and Ivory Coast, that was the best game under 16 I was playing. Ivory Coast beat Liberia the first game by 10 points. They beat Liberia the second game by 11 points. But that was a serious contested game. Liberia lost.
Though you got defeated twice.
Even though we got defeated twice, but our kids did play.
Okay.
We had our own problem internally. Players, practices, players. I mean, we just had our own problem. Ivory Coast came here prepared. Ivory Coast came almost 4 days before the tournament started. Our team went to camp a day before the tournament started. So all of those impair the players' performance.
You as a head of Delegate, do we have some form of networking, partnership, collaboration?
Yes, we do.
With other countries?
We do. Right now, as we speak, we're talking to FABA for Liberia qualification for the under 16 tournament, because when all the zones finish with all the qualifiers, they go for the best loser. So assuming Liberia lost by 10 and 11 points, both games to Ivory Coast. Okay. So In short, we lost by like 21 points. But we beat Benin
Massively.
63 points margin.
Yeah.
So looking at those performances, Liberia can qualify. So we've been talking to Faba and we're hoping that after some one on a tournament like Liberia, who qualify for the under 16 to one hour where Liberia will be able to participate.
So if you just joining us, we are currently with the executive committee member of Liberia Basketball Association, Emmanuel Porter. He's been here talking about Liberia progress in terms of regional tournament, as well as Liberia hope of qualifying or going to more international competition to flag the flag again, that will have more happiness yet in Liberia, and where the blue will be shown, and everyone will have to make their way to the gymnasium to say, yes, Liberia is playing. Unlike other countries, Liberia is now back on their feet after many years of breakdown, many years of denials of participating, many years of political intake into Liberia basketball. So we'll talk more, Mr. Porter. Let's talk about this issue of Liberia basketball. Many teams dropped from the competition prior to the start of this year competition. Some refer to that as political reasons. One of the contenders in the just ended election had to withdraw his teams for participating to the competition. What does it bring to the competition or even to the association?
Oh, so for me, it didn't do nothing to the participating teams that are playing. Okay, you're trying to talk about Mr. Kabakoli.
Yeah, Jay Kabakoli.
I'm trying to run away from the discussion.
Okay.
But again, we have to face reality.
Yeah.
Defense. Okay. So the election I told you about that I was voted overwhelmingly 24-2 votes against Mrs. Kabakoli. Mr. Kabakoli then took contents vote to Faba, and Faba banned Liberia from participating in the quest of making Liberia viable to Faba.
Yeah.
I personally, you can ask the mediator chief. He's now the security advisor of President Bouaka, Councillor Kofi Woods.
Yeah.
Councillor Kofi Woods and Minister Annie Kwame had a discussion with us more than 4 or 5 times. And the way the discussion was going, I wasn't feeling fine, and I wanted for the kids to play. Because mind you, I got to know President Weah in 1999 from the basketball coach.
Okay.
There was IE and Barogi and Weah came down from playing his soccer tournament. He was on vacation. He went as sports commission and he saw me play. Former EPS director Chokon Robert was the chief of security back then.
Okay.
So he sent Chokon to quarter players, quarter number 4. He can play. And I walk up to him. You know, those days as a kid, see George Weah. Well, George Weah, Jim Diba was our idol.
Yeah.
Then George Weah called you that George. So I walk up to him and I shook his hand and said, "You're a good player. I want us to be friends." He said, "Take my number, 086510660. That today I still know that number. Okay. And when he shook my hand, he left 500 says that in my hand. He said, "You're a good player. Call me, come visit me the weekend, your prize." From that day till today, President Weah is my father. Okay. So that's where that relationship came from basketball. So when I took power as a minister, as a public servant, I decided to give back to basketball. I ran, we won, Faba banned us. So in the discussion, I pleaded with Mr. Chabakoli. I said, "Look, Jake, you and I were running for the same position. I won. So for peace to reign, I will resign my position. You take my position, and we write Faba and say you have solved the problem. So the kids can have the opportunity. He refused.
Well, and that was the same position he wanted.
That's the same position he wanted.
Okay.
He refused. Faba demanded us to go back to our election. Liberia Olympic Committee, but then the president was Honorable Federal Brown. He called a stakeholders meeting at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and we all agreed to go back to the election. We went to election. Our team, the president was Samuka. Kevin Dees were running for vice president of administration. Family were running for vice president for operation. Mark and Joseph were running for treasury. We lost 2 positions and we won. We won the treasury position and we won the president position. We lost the VPA and the VPO. After elections, Minister Kwame went ahead and installed the officers. The other day we know Mr. Tabakuri was in court.
Yeah.
And here he was. The election wasn't free and fair. So I'm like, how the election wasn't free and fair?
I was at the court.
I was.
Yeah,
Intersports carried it live.
Yeah, we do carry it live.
Honestly, administration was the one that brought in their own election commission. Some guy did not play no part in it. So how did we? So fast forward, we went to court, and the judge ruled that we should go back to status quo and take 14 days to look into Mr. Tabakuri's quest. So we did. And that money was given to the election commission headed by Mr. Daidon Chich, who now is the chief of staff to the Maritime Commission. Here, a team went in, looking at Mr. J. Kabakuri, and didn't see nothing as fraud, sent his report back to the judge. And the judge ruled on the report and we moved forward. 2 or 3 days later, Mr. Kabakuri took an appeal to the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia. So I think where we are now is the Associate Judge in Chima, or Honor Senator Johnson, is asking that both parties send out 2 or 3 members from each side to look into the election commission report. So we can find a sweet move. But even at that, Mr. Kabakuri still wants to work with us. He wants to come in to work with us. For me personally, I don't have no problem with him working. If you love basketball, there's no need for us fighting. Since we've gone back to FIBA and FIBA has recognized us, we have hosted 2 important events for FIBA. We hosted the Sun 3 women tournament here that was successfully ran, and we just hosted the Honor 16 tournament. And Abira participated in the Honor 18 tournament next year, last year, and she will also be participating next year in the Honor 18. So I think that's no need for Mr. Kabakuri withdrawing her team from the league. For me, it speaks volumes. It's not about the sports you love. When you love something, no matter what, still support your team in it, because people seeing you and knowing you, Porter love basketball, Porter play basketball. Why would Porter take his team from basketball? Why would Porter not come around basketball? And Porter still saying love basketball. If you love basketball, you love the sports you do, even in your old age, you still be around that sport. You will gravitate around that sport. You keep doing the things that you want to do. Look, you myself, only one thing we have is this country called Liberia. Even if I kill, I will be incarcerated. I can never be deported from this country. This is just the birth of my parents. And this is our country. So we all need to jealously protect this country. Whether we from Unity Party, from CDC, ANC, whatever matters is that this country is our only patrimony. This is the only country we have to love and cherish.
We will dive into that. One thing we need to talk about is the league currently. If one thing you would suggest that you've been hoping for your days playing basketball, that thing, have you seen it, or why is that you've been hearing for over the years? You've been playing the game and now you are in authority. So
look, I'm always praying that Liberia teams that will go to the FIBA tournament will leave from the group stage, from the knockout stage, reach to the quarterfinal, or even to the semi-final. That would be my dream, to see a Liberian team doing that. All the years we played, we didn't do it. I think FDRC Orders was the only club that went to the next stage in the knockout stage, but then she was defeated. So it would be my prayer that a Liberian club gravitated to that level. So at least we'll say, we all play basketball. We had a team that went to semi-final, maybe final. Because the road to bar is a good road. Once you qualify for that quarterfinal, the NBA, I think, takes over your transportation, your equipment,
Yeah.
and whatever. So it will be my dream to come true for a team from Nigeria to gravitate to that level, so that we all that play basketball, whether in the 60s, in the 70s, or now, will be happy that yes, a team from Nigeria made history and made us proud. Like people are yearning that one day Liberia will go to the World Cup. I
Yeah.
listen to Cassette. Cassette say that's his dream. He wants for the Liberia to reach to the World Cup. That's why he's hoping to be the president of the LFA. So everybody has a dream. Everybody has a passion. Everybody looking for only one thing for only this country.
Yeah.
So this country is our only patrimony. It's the only country we have. Without Liberia, we are doomed. That's why we carry our passport as Liberian. And many times you travel maybe in countries in North Africa, when you carry Liberia passport, they say, oh, Liberia is hard. The first thing you hear be George Weah. Then you say, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got
That's the first
somebody-
name. I can remember
you got somebody that got the name going. Or
Yeah.
you hear Ellen Johnson Salih. I mean, those are the names.
that the name.
Those are the three names you hear. And our person that has been incarcerated for 50 years, Charles Tiller. So those are the three names you hear pivoting in Liberia history. Outside, inside, those are the three names. So we should jealously protect our country.
So that's why we should jealously. I can remember some years back in 2016, but then I was vice president of Liberia National Student Union District No. 9 chapter. Went to Senegal, and I say I'm a Liberian. One of the guys told me, he said, "What is Liberia?" When I called Josh Weah, I say, "Yes." So that's it. So it's something to talk about. But one thing we've been hearing for those of us that always cover the league, basketball, we talk about this issue of publicity. That we go at football level, you will see orange, dustbed, all of the placards, and as well as a soundboard will be shown. Not being seen at Liberia basketball. How do you generate your funds?
So we generating our funds from getting take, because if you saw our national budget, if you go in it, I'm not making a mistake. I think the budget that was given to basketball is around 1,500 or 2,500. That's money.
Even sports budget is just
Yeah,
low.
can't do nothing. We have a contract with Orange, 20,000 every year, but then when the new administration took over last year, they went to Orange for a meeting. I don't know what transpired. The contract just ended in the field. But now we have a marketing chairperson, the former Minister of Transport,
Okay.
Honorable Sam Wudu. He's now the chairman on marketing. So he's been doing a lot. We got some contracts, I think, from Liska, from Maritime, one or two of them. So, and or NASCAR, one or two of them. So, during the big sets, we try putting the banner in the gymnasium to bring it to know that they are one of our sponsors.
Okay, they are one of our sponsors. The issue of sponsorship is very important when it comes to Liberia Basketball Association, most especially sports in Liberia. He's our guest, Emmanuel Porter, Executive Committee Member, Liberia Basketball Association. We'll go for this break. When we come back, we dive more into more discussion. This time around, we'll be talking about grassroots basketball, what is happening at the grassroots level. How do we see the kids coming up? Are they improving, or do we have to do more? Let's go for this break to be right back.
Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app, on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intersport will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station.
So welcome back. Like we said, this is Sports Extra. We bring you happening. It's usually Elijah and Edwin, the double E presentation, but today we have double E presentation as well. Emmanuel is here. So it's the continuation of the double E presentation, but this time I'm the one who is questioning this Emmanuel, this other E. So we talk about Liberia basketball, Mr. Porter, grassroots level. What are you guys doing in order to grow basketball at that level?
So when it comes to the grassroots level of basketball, there's an organization called Mama Jama.
Okay.
Mama Jama applied to the Liberia Basketball Association. They normally do the growth for kids. So they are the one purposely hindering the grassroots development of basketball. They got a branch in Maryland. They do countrywide tour for the young kids to develop the talent.
Are they in collaboration with you guys?
Yeah, they are in collaboration with the Liberia Basketball Association, obviously.
Let's talk about facility and infrastructure. We only play game at the SKD Gymnasium now. Has it been bothering you guys that are leading basketball?
No, it don't know all that. It's all the country has. We just have to use what we have at our
Are you thinking of improving it?
So yeah, that's it. Just before the under 16 tournament,
Okay,
a friend of mine that played basketball with me, along with me, Mr. Reed Warner, right now work at Metal Steel. Went to practice and saw there was some leakage in the gym. Personally, he volunteered to help us renovate the gymnasium, bought a couple of long spans in for us, and close most of the holes. So today we play now. You won't see much. Those who go to the court, you see all wiping the floor, but now we're not doing it. So we were able to patch the place most often. So honestly, thanks to Reed for his five-sightedness and also helping the Liberia Basketball Association.
do we have other teams coming from different counties instead of only Moserado?
So I can't speak to that, but I think that there was a team in our league from Bump County. So I don't know whether in the second division they are still participating. So normally I will watch the second division game probably only during the weekend when there are a lot of big games playing, but to go there to watch. So I decided now the whole week I'll be at the gymnasium from in the morning to watch the third division games because they're where most of our young talent from the kids at age 14 going to 18. Because I'm the co-chairperson on Manpower and Training.
Okay.
The chair is Mr. Famile. Okay. He's the chairman for Manpower and Training. So those things fall in our TOR that we should be able to spark talent. So when there's a tournament for under 18, under 20, we already know the players that we've been seeing. So we get together along with a few coaches to form the team that's supposed to get out to play.
How you guys are using basketball for empowerment, the educational purpose for those kids that are playing? Like you used to play the basketball, but you still go to school. Yeah, you achieve well. You serve a minister, and you have numerous of achievement in terms of your academic sojourn. Do you guys are also diving that means not just playing the game, but providing some educational means for the players?
So I can speak to that. But when I ran my own team, Rita, the requirement to play for my team was for you to go to school.
Okay.
So I can proudly boast. I had two players that went through the Ring of Fire of my team that graduated. One that was George. George now plays for Pythons. George is a BSc holder. Okay. We have other kids called Samuel. Samuel also he was doing his master. So I can proudly say that. So that was my requirement.
Do you hope to see that too at the national level? I hope to see
that to the national level. When we used to play, you cannot play for Python. Okay. And you don't go to school. General medicine would tell you, say you don't go to school, you can't play for Python. So predicated upon that, out of those that were playing for Python then, we all have a BSc. Today I can post on my friend, Rafael Quay. He's a CPA.
Okay.
He's a certified public accountant. Mark Smith now is in the Navy. AK was an assistant minister. Later on, he moved to be the DMA honor president. We have administration. Likewise, myself, Tops. I can name them. All of us went to school. All of us got our first degree. That was the requirement. We have to go to school. Not because we have talent.
Okay.
So it means we cannot go to school. So you got all the talent. Talent fade away because of age, because of, as you get in age, your intensity started to depreciate. But once you get older, you tend to baby. And there's nothing you have upstairs. How do you live? So those were our requirements.
So those are your requirement in becoming a very good basketball player. You must go to school.
Sure.
Let's talk about this issue. Your long-term vision for Liberian sports over the years, not only basketball. You've been following other sports. Tell us, what do you view over the years? What have you seen in terms of sports in Liberia?
I've been following football.
Yeah.
So I'll give it up to the president. If you ask me, on this platform today, I'll urge all the presidents in football to vote Mustafa Raji. Kasa is my big brother, he's my friend. But you know what I wanted to vote Mustafa? Mustafa's vision has been seen.
What have you seen?
I've seen the grassroots development in sports. I've seen the stadium that he built around. Just yesterday, I saw on the page, Compass Stadium. Compass Stadium has a nice top. The flasher, the water stuff is good. So give Mustafa another year. Give it another chance. Give it another tenure. Then he gravitated to sports. I think it's the first time in Liberia that the president of Liberia Football Association, he gave hands out to team. I didn't hear you doing.
In terms of subventions, they have been giving the teams for the years.
I didn't hear you doing snow time. I didn't hear you doing time. Even doing my big brother most of the time, I didn't hear it. It was doing Mustafa Rajita. Yeah, some club, 7 division club taking 20,000, 3rd division maybe 30,000. That's good. I mean, he's doing well. Even going home, I think he's doing a main stadium at Bible Way or Bethesda.
Yeah, Bible Way.
The Bible Way, right?
Yeah.
So they're doing a little FIFA, a little program right there. Man, that's good. I mean, you pressing on it.
Has he delivered well of the 2-term set, and you want him now to go back for the third?
Honestly, yes. If you're looking at the improvement of the sports, yes. I think it was Mustafa the first time to bring about the digital.
In 2016.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's vision. He brought something new. So you know that for now, digitally, a lot of players has brought a lot of scene and performance to them, and they move on to a lot of clubs. Like my little brother, the Italian, the best coach that just came from Europe in Liberia, where everybody is overlooking him.
I like it. So it's something to talk about when we talk about. Let's talk about other sporting sector, chess, kickball, our traditional sports. How do you see it as well?
So normally I don't follow kickball, but I follow chess because my little brother is one of the players for Liberia Chess Association. He's a gear reporter. He works at the National Port Authority. He always flying with the national team to go and participate for Liberia. I think they just hosted the tournament. He was one of those that were participating for Liberia. So I follow it because of him, because he's playing. So he carrying our name, the Port name is being held when it comes to chess. So I'm gracious to follow it. So I don't follow kickball. But normally when I pass and go into the gym, I see kickball being played. So from your introduction on your platform now, I got to know that was the National League for kickball.
Okay.
I didn't know. I thought that people just want to play, but
that's a national league.
That's a national league.
And this game have gone regional now. We are introduced to Sierra Leone, and Sierra Leone is trying to get adjusted to the game.
So I don't know about it. So normally I thought about when you say kickball, I don't count me. I don't the ministerial. But national league, no. I don't know nobody. I want to follow my football and stuff because I support 1 or 2 players when it comes to soccer.
Your passion in the game over the years in sports, what has been your passion for sports in Liberia? Since 2002, we participated in the African Cup of Nations. We haven't gone to any international competition.
So go to international competition. Did the government or is the government of Liberia supporting her national team? Yes.
Okay.
During the world best time as president of Liberia. Liberia national team was supported. During Bonasarita, Liberia national team was supported. Even currently, the Liberia national team is supported. But this is the problem we have. Our problem is not about the sponsorship. Our problem is with our players. Our players, are they playing in the big league? Are they playing in competitive league? You come to watch Liberia national team play. The first 45 minutes Liberia play. The second half, the first 10 minutes in the second half, Liberia gone. Everybody yelled George Weah 11. You know why they were yelling George Weah 11? Majority of the players, 90% of them were playing in big leagues in Europe. They were playing in France, they were playing in Italy, they were playing in Greece, and they were competitive. So coming to play for the country national team, you will play until 90 minutes. You now will see Oliver McCall get tired. You now will see Kevin Saver get tired. Before Joe Namo, Jesse Rao, George Weah, James Diba, Prince Dave, just name them. Jesse, what a boy, Nelson Senni. You also see them getting tired. They were playing in competitive leagues in Europe. We got only 2 players playing in Europe. Our captain Oscar Dory and Devante. And
we have 4 players now. Samson Dwell, Emmanuel Foley, Oscar Dory.
Where's Samson Dwell?
Samson Dwell is also playing in Czech Republic.
Okay. Where Oscar Dory play?
Czech Republic.
Where Czech Republic rating only the World War.
So that's the problem over the years.
So that's the problem we have.
Yeah.
Most of the players that come, they come from Asia. And mind you, the leagues in India, Malaysia, those are not competitive leagues. But if you get Jim Diba coming from France,
yeah,
you get Kevin Silva coming from Greece, you get John Weah coming from Italy, you get Vermont Pro coming from Italy. Come on now, play in big league.
So what can we do for them to have that advancement to go to the big league?
I think personally, I think that we need to get more manager for our players who's got talents here. We need to get good manager for them to be able to send them to Europe to be able to play. Yeah.
Yeah, so much to talk about. Executive committee member. We're talking wide range of issues when you hear us talking about football. Don't say, why would basketball be talking about football? And because he also follow football. Football is the most followed sport in Liberia and even in the world. Basketball is next, so we'll have to talk a little bit about sports. We're talking about public accountability, leadership as a public figure. How do you balance public expectation with the work in sports leadership?
Look, when it comes to being a public servant, that's one thing I learned over the last 6 years. You will be lashed for a simple thing that in your mind you need not to be lashed. Especially the way our country has gravitated in terms of politics. If you get on the Facebook, people lashing Patrick Hunter.
Yeah.
But yesterday, Patrick Hunter, Mo Adi, and the rest of them lashed me.
Yeah, they were doing the same.
When I gifted my wife a vehicle at age 25, it was a silver jubilee. And when you see people drinking champagne or popping champagne, the only time you see people doing that when there's a celebration. That's what champagne meant for. But yesterday it was bad for Porto to give his car. But today it's good for Patrick to spray money, hypocrisy. I don't talk politics most often.
Okay.
But then what happened is I'm a politician. I can shy away from politics. When time comes for us to talk to politics, I talk politics. When time comes for us to talk sports, I talk sports.
So we talk sports today here at Sports Extra, ETL Sports. If you are following, you can call the numbers that are posted on your screen. There you can just make in your call. We're talking basketball, nothing else. For basketball, Liberian sports, football, chess, kickball, you can talk about it. We are not accepting politics here today. So we talk about your passion in the game. Basketball means a lot to you as a person because of your time staying in the game.
Yep.
And if you would recommend to the actors, the athletes, what would you recommend to them?
Two simple things. playing sports doesn't mean that you should neglect your education.
Okay.
To play sports, you cannot depend only on your team practices. You must put in your own time. When we used to play 5 o'clock, I get up in the morning, especially on a Monday morning. But then I was leaving to LBA. Where my LBA? I would jog 5 o'clock in the morning to 13th Street and jog back and get ready for school. When I'm jogging, going, I'll be speaking to AK on the side, speaking to Mark, speaking to Rafael, speaking to Tab, speaking to other players from other teams.
Okay.
Because we were competing and we were putting in our own time. Get back home, change, go to school, and go for team practice. So we were putting in our own time. Look, if you love sports, you got to put in your own time. If you sit around George Weah, and George Weah tell you how he managed to conquer the world, conquer Europe, conquer Africa, it was not by just going to Monaco practices for 3 hours. After Monaco practices 3 hours, George Weah had own self-practice for 2 hours. He would do that 5 hours in the morning. Till today, when he was president, he was still training, he was still playing. Even now, as a former president, he's still doing the same thing. So that's something that he has developed. He will do it constantly. For me, every Saturday morning, I got to play basketball for at least 3 hours. During the week or midweek, I practice because I'm supposed to have love. That's something that we did over the years, and that's something that we love. For you to be up there to the zenith of your sports or for your performance, you have to take up time for yourself. Forget about your team practices. You got to put up time for yourself. When you get to your team practices, one of the things you're going to learn your team practices, you're going to learn your defense, your offense.
Yeah.
So sometimes the offense and defense not working as your coach instructor, then your personal talent comes in. Then you start to use your personal talent. Then you involve your other teammates. How your team will be able to win. How your performance will grow time to time.
And do you see the involvement of foreign players in the league?
You know what foreign players do? Foreign players beef up the league, and foreign players make the local player that get serious to play.
Okay.
When we used to play, you bring a foreign player in our league. Trust me, that foreign player will not dominate us. We'll fight that foreign player with everything we got. That's why I use a lot of Python. And we were always fortunate that when a foreign player comes to play for a team, they now used to play Python first. So every one of us will go watch the game. We'll be looking at how he dribbles, his shooting, how he carry the ball. Then we'll start talking to one another. And Mark will say, okay, you can grasp that man. I say, but that man, even if I'm grasping and I'm going to draw me, or you be all carrying to you, or you be all to block. So we have a set plan for that foreign player. We'll come to play you that plan. We will implement that plan. So the foreign player, after playing Python, they will get friendly with Python. Because we had a tradition. Mr. Basing instilled that, even today, as old as we are, we still have that tradition. You will see Python players two together that was very close. So for us, we were 3. Mark, AK, and myself. Okay. For Tab, it was Rafael and Tabs close. But Rafael and Tabs were our big brothers. So all 5 of us were closer together than most of everybody. So everybody had a friend. Okay. But the entirety, the team were together. So when Mark is spoiling the ball, trust me, if I would break my arm to save the ball for Mark to look good, I will break him my arm and see him with the other players. So that would be a part of the be successful.
How do you see the challenges in the league from the players?
Oh, no, everything boils down to support. Okay. It was of late, you've been going to the game. You saw MPA bringing the fan to support Pythons of late. FPRC started it earlier. FPRC fans started coming to the game. So because of that, FPRC became undefeated. The Python beat them.
Yeah.
The day Python beat them, you saw a Python fan.
Yeah.
So I want to admonish the Sports Association for MPA. Keep coming to the game. Keep giving the team that support. Look, even if you see and people cheering for you,
yeah,
Elijah, you will do
the spirit can come out.
Man, you will do things unbelievable.
Yeah.
The USA, you sit and say, what? I don't want to do that. But it's because of the support. You saw Pythons. I left Pythons in the fourth quarter. Then the first side to beat the drum, started clapping. Boom. But don't talk over.
Yeah. I is always used to taking the lead and just breaking down every time.
At the end of the day, Python beat them.
Yeah.
Because the support was there. People kept playing, Python play. So people started gravitating. We make one basket, everybody cheering you up. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that momentum. So I just want to acknowledge the sports association of Python. Keep coming to the game. Keep bringing the zeal to the game. So for me, I'm a Zaire committee member. Everybody in Liberia knows I'm a Python fan. I can shy away from that. Even if I try to hide it. And Python,
every time Python playing, you there.
It will come. Even okay, you are sitting right behind me. I said it when you loud. That's of course because the emotion that's my team.
Okay.
I played with Pythons for more than 8 years. I won 4 championships with Python. I love Python for everything. 2019, when we took power, I have the first 3 foreign players of Python. I brought them in the country. They were staying in my home.
Okay. So we just have 8 minutes to go. We will have to end by 10:55 to let you go. And also climax on our today's presentation. People are following. We've been talking about basketball. We talk about sporting sector in Liberia. Your overall perspective about Liberia sporting sector and what we didn't talk about. We would love to mention it as the followers will get to know.
So look, most especially when it comes to basketball, right? The government is doing well. Like the government has committed to pay the $90,000 that was budgeted for the under 16 just in that tournament, even though the money did not come on time, but we were able to navigate to talk to some other institutions, hotels. I gave it all to one of Liberia entrepreneur, George Barbie Kalano, Councilor Kalano, hosted Liberia National Team at his hotel. Up to date, we have not paid him. He stayed positive. He still know that he will get his catch. And the government has committed the money, so that's good. So overall, sports gradually is developing. So we just need to give more attention in terms of support, especially the basketball. FIFA give a lot of money when it comes to everything, but we don't get a lot of that from FIBA. What we get from FIBA is development for material, basketball, clubs, playing a flow and what have you. But which of course is good also because like that, the kids develop. Because if you give a team like 100 basketball, that's good. They use those balls to train the players and what have you. But overall, I think we need to get a lot of sponsorship for our players to be able to get out there and compete in the bigger league. Like for now, Liberia may be part of the Olympic qualifier for the road to Los Angeles. So like that, Liberia now is trying to get to players that are playing in leagues in Europe. Like one of Liberian kid born from Liberian parents that just entered the NBA.
Yeah.
So Sober.
Okay.
So I spoke to somebody that has Sober number. So they go about asking Sober for his consent to be able to send his number to the Liberia Basketball Association. So we start talking to him to see whether if Liberia will be going to the Olympic, whether he wants to form part of the national team that we're trying to put together to be able to get out there to get our flag flying. So it's always a pleasure talking about sports in Liberia. It's always a pleasure to sit on your platform, no matter the time. Just let me know. I'll come and talk about basketball. Basketball is my passion. Basketball is my life. Without basketball, golf first, I wouldn't have go through because trust me, high school, I was all scholarship of basketball. First degree at AMA University was all basketball. I'll tell you this, at UL Master Program, I wanted to go pay $860. Wow. I mean, I'm going to pay a school fee, no scholarship yet. So people lie and say, "I'm going to pay your money. All this scholarship. So basketball brought me a lot of pride, a lot of joy. So I'll always be around basketball to give back to the young kids. whatever way I can, be it through educational wise, through support, I'll always be around basketball. Basketball is my passion. I've played basketball. Basketball gravitated me. People can say from grass to grace. Where I am today, it was because of President Weah that saw me playing basketball and saw the potential in me and took me to be his friend. Today, I'm the third son of Georgia. Wow. After Champ Timothy Porto. Yeah, so I'm grateful for that. It was all because of basketball.
It's all because of basketball. We just have to go. We got a lot to talk about, but like you said, you'll always be waiting to come here to discuss basketball, sports in Liberia, like we always do. We need to talk about sports. Players themselves, like I said, this gone weekend, players need to do extra training aside from just play. You listen to our guest, he made mention of similar thing. People see our players to be lazy in terms of their moves. They need to do self-training as to improve the game. So thank you so much for following. I'm Elijah. I've been here with the executive committee member of Liberia Basketball Association, Emmanuel Porto. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Lazy.
Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station.